Hello everybody, Crow here, and this is a video I don't normally do. It's a collection video for the Sega CD. The reason I'm doing this is because Mitch, aka Waspspray, he recently decided he's going to go gung-ho on his Sega CD collection. And he put out a video asking to see other people's Sega CD collections. So, you know, if Sandom Todd is going to put out an hour video of his massive Sega CD collection, I could do the same. Not a massive one. Hopefully this isn't too long. You know, I do have about 40 some odd games for the Sega CD. So I'll just go through it. I've never really done a collection video before. I really haven't, you know, if you're curious about other collections, my collection is online for the most part. I've noticed that there's about 90 games missing from the online version that for some reason won't import up there. But for the most part, my collection is online. You can see the link on my channel. I've got it in at least 2 different places, but I'll put the link in this video too. So we'll just get started. First, I'm going to start with games I only have the CD for. I don't have cases or anything from. First one is Afterburner 3. I only played this one for a little bit. This is the game I got with my JVC XI. At Video Games Etc. when they sold me the system. When they sell any system, they usually throw in a game. If it's a really old system like the Atari 2600, they'll probably throw in 2 or 3 games. But, you know, they actually wanted to give me a game, and they gave me a choice from a couple titles, and I was like, well, I don't have Afterburner 3, so I, you know, and they don't let you pick, like, really expensive titles either. It's cheapo titles that they'll give you. Second one is Final Fight CD. I used to have this in the cardboard box a long time ago, but I did a game collection purge at one time, and that was one of the games that I let go. I don't even know where I got this copy from. I was kind of surprised to see that I still had this game. But I did get a decent price for Final Fight CD like a couple of years ago. So yeah, we'll just stay there. These next games are games that are in those, they don't have long boxes. First one is this Ecco the Dolphin and, what is it? Sega Collections with the 5 games on it. It's 2 discs. I don't have a manual for it. It was probably a pack-in for something. And then the other one I have like that is Soul Feast, which I don't think ever came in a long box. Sandom Todd said he didn't think this ever came in there in a long box. I don't think it did either. For the simple fact, if I go on GameFAQs and I look at like the game box images, they usually show you all the game box images that were available. And there just is no long box image for this. I also have the manual for it. I believe I picked this up at like Play and Trade for not that much actually. So yeah, that's all the stuff that I don't have with long boxes. Okay. Everything else is in long boxes. I'll try to do it in alphabetical order because that's how I had it on my shelves. First one we have Advanced Dungeons and Dragons: Eye of the Beholder. Pretty good, decent, actually, really good. Case and everything. That's probably why one of the reasons I bought it. It was probably a really cheap title too. I don't know where I'm going to put these games in. I'm thinking about it. Try and throw them back there. We have The Adventures of Batman and Robin. Oh, by the way, I don't think I've ever tried to play that game. Batman and Robin, I played this one for a little bit. Most of these games I played for just a little bit. Like, not even enough to get an experience with them. Some of them I have played a lot. Some of them I haven't played. I haven't had a chance to play them if I picked them up recently. But again, it's a decent shape. You know, I'm just gonna go through the games. I'm not even gonna mention what condition these are in. Next, we got a cardboard box of Batman Returns. I know this has the manual and everything. So Batman Returns. Another one is one I kind of picked up within the last 2 months. Adventures of Willy Beamish, a game I was always interested in back when it was released, and I really was interested in it, and I got this. I paid, I don't know, not it wasn't a cheap title to get. I'll just say that it was maybe in the $20 to $30 range. I remember correctly, but it's, you know, cardboard box and everything. And we got The Amazing Spider-Man, the Kingpin. I remember playing this game for a little while, getting stuck, and then stopping. And I want to do that. Bought this game because of the title, Cadillacs and Dinosaurs. Played it for a little bit. It's a pretty interesting FMV game. Yeah, it was a really cheap title too. I take that back. I don't think it was that cheap. Maybe around $10 or so. But I had to get it just because of the name of the game. I know it's based off a comic book, but again, you know, Corpse Killer for the Sega CD. Never played this version because I have other versions of this game. So yeah, just looking through here. Never mind. We got Double Switch. I play a little bit, but not too much of this again. Eternal Champions, Challenge from the Dark Side. Now, my wife was a really big fan of the Genesis title, Eternal Champions. She didn't even know there was a Sega CD version. So that's one of the main reasons I picked this one up, was just so I could show her the Sega CD version. And we have Flashback, Quest for Identity. Yeah, broken off the hinges. Cracked case. Really cheap title, I think. Ground Zero Texas, honestly, I've never played this one. I want to say I picked it up this year, I think. I'm not entirely sure about that. Joe Montana's NFL Football. I picked this up because it was more than likely $1 or $2. The Lawnmower Man. Mitch actually sent me this one, and I played it. I tried to play it, and I could not get anywhere in the game. It's not anything like the PC game that I remember. So yeah, this one is actually from Mitch, Waspspray. So yeah, thanks for that. Lynx. Now I've been hearing that this game is horrible. I picked it up because I actually used to play Lynx on my 386 computer back in the day. I played that a lot, actually, and I picked this up for $2, so it was really cheap. Wow, this is a really broken case. This case actually has no hinges. Alright, well, we got Lodestar, The Legend of Tully Bodine. I honestly couldn't even tell you what type of game this is. Never popped it in to try it out. Again, it was probably a really cheap title. I just picked it up. And in a massive, I wouldn't say a massive lot, but when I go like places like People Play Games and I see it like a Sega CD game for $2, odds are I'm going to pick it up if I don't have it. Mansion of Hidden Souls, my wife seemed really interested in this game, so I picked it up. I don't think either of us have played it. I'm pretty sure I got that Video Games, etc. Microcosm, again, never played this one, but I actually have this on I have the Japanese version of this on the 3DO as well. I heard it's not really that great of a game, but again, I haven't played it. Mortal Kombat on the Sega CD. We got, I got it pretty cheap, actually. That's one of the reasons I picked it up. I heard this isn't the greatest version of Mortal Kombat due to load times, but it's still nice to have, you know, a version of Mortal Kombat that's uncensored without having to enter in the code. NHL 94, again, this was a cheapo title, like $2 or so. I think that Sandom Todd actually is picked up a ton of these at one point just to use the cases for them. Prizefighter. I tried playing this one and I could not figure it out at all. That's when I was really supposed to react to the full motion video and I just did not know how to react. And Power Factory featuring CNC Music Factory, one of those make my video games, and I just wanted one of these. I think there's 2 or 3 of them. I think there's 3 of them that are like this, where you're making a video and they grade you on the video you made. I have not actually tried this yet. It's kind of within the last year I picked this up. But, you know, whenever I hook up my Sega CD, I'm always playing something else. I never even think about throwing these games in sometimes. Pugsy. Now, I actually played this. I actually did a review on it. One of the very few reviews I actually did on my channel. Not a bad game. It's kind of interesting where you can interact with objects, and each object has its own identity, sort of. It's kind of hard to explain, but you could, like, stack a bunch of stuff and then use that stack of stuff to try and get higher. You can make your own steps if need be. Some things float, some things don't. It's kind of an unusual game. So that's Pugsy. Well, can't stack that too high. Fall over. Okay. We got Rise of the Dragon. This is another one I kind of picked up fairly recently. I honestly have no idea what this is about. Never really touched it. Put it in the Sega CD to try it. Road Avenger. I love this game. I don't know why. It's like a Dragon's Lair type game where you're driving a car, but it seems to fit so well. It tells you which direction to turn, whether or not to hit the gas, the brakes. I like it. I played all the way through it. I just like the anime style. I mean, it seems like the video seems like gritty and grainy at first, but when you get into it, you don't even notice it anymore. I wonder if this is actually on any other system, but this thing reminds me of like Fist of the North Star and Mad Max combined. This game is great. I might have done a review of that one too, if I remember correctly. Road Rash on the Sega CD. I actually played this one like for maybe 10 minutes because I was just seeing the comparison of this versus the 3DO version. This isn't bad, but I actually like the 3DO version. Sam Dantana is will disagree with me on that, but I like the 3DO version. Maybe it's because the 3DO version was the first version of Road Rash I ever saw. Maybe that's it. Secret of Monkey Island. This was probably my most expensive Sega CD game that I picked up. I picked this up fairly recently, like in like maybe 2 or 3 pickups videos ago. I showed this off. Have not played it yet. Honestly, there's just so many other games I'm trying to play at the moment. Sewer Shark did a Crow Plays video on this recently. Got the cardboard box and everything. Not too bad. It just takes some getting used to try and play it. Even after I was done with playing the Crow Plays video, I had people helping me out, trying to tell me what to do, what to look for, hearing the numbers that the guy was saying. I was completely avoiding it. We have Sylphie. Now this one, yeah, this is another one of those with a broken hinge. I played this a little bit. I remember when I first saw pictures of this game in a video game magazine, they were kind of trying to compare this to Star Fox. In fact, I remember the side-by-side comparison. Well, look how updated this is compared to Star Fox, but this isn't anything like Star Fox. It's an okay shoot 'em up, I think. I only played it a little bit. This is just going off of what I remember. And we have Sonic CD. I popped this one in a couple times. I haven't played it too much. Maybe got past to the 2nd level or something. It's how do I explain it? I don't want to say it's my favorite Sonic game because honestly I haven't played any of them long enough to tell about it. It's right up there with the first 3 Sonic games in my opinion. And then I have the Software Toolworks Star Wars Chess, which I had popped in and tried to play. The problem with this is that the load times are so damn long. Maybe I should plop this in the JVCXI and try it. Maybe the load times on that move faster. Maybe it's just that the CDX has longer loading times. But I don't actually have the instruction booklet for this. I think this was a rental copy from somewhere. The cover for the manual is just the cover. All the pages inside are gone. Star Wars Rebel Assault. Now, actually, I don't think this game is too bad, but then again, it may be because I actually played this on a 486 back when I had a 486. So when I saw this for the Sega CD, I picked it up just so I could, play it again. I did do a Crow Play video on this last year, in fact. So yeah, it's pretty interesting. I never beat the game or anything. But it was kind of, oh man, I was mesmerized by the thing at the time with the full motion video and everything playing on my multimedia PC, as it was known at the time. Tomcat Alley, never played it, so I have no opinion of this one way or the other. Wild Woody. Now, I was not going to buy this game. This game was somewhere between $15 and $20. I cannot remember, but my wife just kept telling me to buy it. You should buy this game. You should buy this game. You should buy this game. And I think she was just thought the title was hilarious or something. I don't know. And I have not played this one. I didn't even... I don't know. It really wasn't my choice to pick it up. Not my first choice to pick it up, but... since she wanted it in the collection, I picked it up. So I'm hearing it's not that. I don't know really. I saw the FMV videos of it. That's just insane. That right there. Actually, that is all the Sega CD games. But I have 5 more games to show because I figured I'd show off the Sega CD 32X games as well. I don't even remember if I mentioned at the beginning of the video, but there's one title in here. The reason I didn't do the video sooner is because I was waiting for one of these titles in the mail because I had ordered it just before I saw Mitch's video. So here we go. We got Corpse Killer, Sega CD 32X. Everything's in there, I believe. Fahrenheit, which is actually a 32X Sega CD title, but I throw it in the Sega CD 32X pile just because it's the better of the two video qualities, I guess. Now this is the game I just got in the mail like a day or two ago. Night Trap on the Sega 32X, Sega CD 32X CD, whatever. It's funny. It's hard to catalog things sometimes when you see it written like this, Sega CD 32X, and then you see it written like this, CD 32X CD, and then when you try to catalog it, what do you catalog this game as? Do you catalog it as a Sega CD game? Do you catalog it as a Sega 32X game? Well, I've cataloged it as a Sega CD 32X game, but then some other people might catalog it as a Sega 32X CD game. I don't know, I'm just going crazy about that because none of this is kept straight. And then there's Slam City. What is this? Slam City with Scottie Pippen. This actually, I did a Crow Plays on this, and it's probably one of my most viewed Crow Plays, despite the fact I never figured out how to play this game. It's actually quite a humorous video. If you if you're so inclined, search it out. But I think it's worth it just to see how weird this gameplay is. And then Supreme Warrior. This feels a little light. I know the discs are in there. Yeah, there was no manual. Yep. But yeah, this is, believe it or not, and the reason I was waiting to do this right here is the entire Sega CD 32X library. All the games for it. And so that's my only complete collection. And it's actually wasn't too hard to collect for. None of these titles cost me over 20 bucks, believe it or not. So, yeah, Night Trap was probably the most. I paid about $17 for it with shipping. Actually, the cheapest title, if you're curious about that, the cheapest title was this one, Slam City starring with Scottie Pippen. I actually picked this up at Play and Trade. They had it marked for $3. So that's a really good bargain there for that. I can't remember specifically where I got the other ones, but I just remember looking up a list online one day, and I was like, wait a minute. I looked at all the games released for the Sega CD 32X. I was like, there's only one game I don't have. I'm buying that right now. So, there you go, Mitch. My entire Sega CD collection. Thanks, everyone, for watching. I'll see you all next time. Bye.
For the newest thing in show business, karaoke.